How's it going, folks? Today I am looking at the Anker PowerCore 15600. A little bit bigger battery than the Astro Mini I did in my last video. This battery, which Anker claims can charge your iPhone 6 5 times and Galaxy S6 4 times. Um, but I don't have an iPhone, and my kids have an S6, but they don't really touch my portable batteries because I like to try to keep them scratch free, and my kids will rip it to shreds. Comes in this mesh case. As you know, I'm a fan of these cases. I could set something to charge, like, have it in there charging, keep everything in the case, and I can still see, how much power I got through the mesh. I don't have to take it out. Also comes in handy for storing not only the battery, but of course the wires. There's the battery itself. Different finish on it. It's not glossy, it's matted, so I kind of like that. It doesn't slip as much. Wire, charging wire. Also, I don't remember if it came with this one or not. I know because I buy Anker. I buy the 5 pack of Anker cables all the time, and whatever I get, I switch out. Because if I don't see Anker on there, I don't. I know it's not one of my favorite wires, and I will, switch them out and give the other ones away, usually to the kids, or whoever needs them. Because I try to stick with the Anker ones since they seem to work good. When I test them on my voltage meter, all the Anker ones always test well. As for the battery, 2 USB ports with Power IQ. Right here is where you charge the battery at. Also has voltage boost. What does that mean? Well, I don't really, voltage boost, I guess with cheaper cables would work well, but since I've always used the Anker wires and I've never had issues with them, the voltage boost will be some wires don't charge as fast as others. And what voltage boost, from my understanding, would do is detect that it's not giving, it'll communicate to the phone. The phone might say it wants, let's say, a 2 amps. And it tries to push out 2 amps, but it senses the phone's not getting 2 amps because it's a poorly made wire. So voltage boost will kick out a little more power to that wire to steady it to 2 amps, or try to achieve it, because it I guess the best way to describe it, it's a good helper on low quality wires, but it's not going to do magic and make a dirt cheap eBay wire automatically charge your phone at full power, because some of them are just, the wires are so thin you can only push so much voltage to them. So it's a helper, but don't expect it to turn your cheap eBay wires into supercharging wires. That's not what it's for. Let's test out the meter and see what it gets. Automatically turns on when you plug in. 5.14 volts already. Yeah, you don't have to press the button. As soon as you plug into the USB, it turns on, and it'll start charging. So it's like I don't even have to take it out of the case. Just plug in and it starts charging. Alright, there we go. Alright, look at that. Jump to 1.51 amps. But of course when the screen is on, it doesn't charge fast. Let me turn the screen. Every phone will charge faster once the screen's off because it's not drawing that extra electricity. So, alright, there you go. 4.86 volts. Hovers about 1.5 amps. I think that's all my phone does. Every charger I've tried, that's as much as I can get to it, unless I use that quick charger that came with my phone. But I don't really use that too often because I've read charging your battery that fast isn't good for its long-term life. But who knows? At least this Note, I can change the battery out or buy a new battery versus the new Note that's coming out, or like the S6 or the iPhones where they're sealed up and you can't change the battery out. So you kind of want to take care of those batteries best you can. You can go on Amazon, read tons of reviews. They'll give you the specs on it. They'll give you the lowdown weight, size, all that good stuff. So I like to make my videos a little different and give you scenarios of where it might come in handy. I mean, yeah, you can read sizes and all that all day long and weight and how many times it did a certain phone, and that's good to know. Oh, you got a text. Excuse me. All right, that's good to know. But sometimes there's scenarios where you might not think about. If you're looking at this and thinking of buying it, and you're like, "Well, do I really need it? Do I not need it?" This is good for obviously if you go off the grid. I like to go camping, fishing, hunting. Two USB ports. I can charge my phone and one of my buddy's phones. But it's also good for the kids. Uh, this one I won't lend to my kids, obviously, because this one's mine. But they have their own batteries, and let me give you their scenario. So one of them plays volleyball, and she will go on trips out of town. They'll bus them, and they'll be there a good 2-3 hours because every team has to play. Last year it was 3 teams, and I don't know if you've ever been to a high school volleyball game lately, but every little girl is huddled around a wall plug. Like you'll see, the bleachers will be, empty except the very top where there's plugs and all along the court where there's plugs. It's like they're all just hanging around. They're taking turns charging their phone. Get your kids one of these, and your kid doesn't have to be one of them looking for the wall to hang out. They can sit wherever they want. They can go to the bleachers and lay down because it's no one's using the bleachers. Everyone's by the plugs, so they can lay down and charge their phone and not have to be stuck wherever there's a plug. And then on the bus ride back, some of her bus rides are a good hour and a half, 2 hours, depending how far they go. They can she can watch Netflix or whatever she wants and not worry about the battery dying because she has this wonderful little item. They also have a larger one that has 3 USB ports, which I have also. If you look back, you can see that one. That's my main one for fishing because I don't want to be rude and pull out my plug and start charging, and everyone kind of look at me like, "Wait, man, my battery's about to die." So, 2 extra ones I can share the wealth. But yeah, this battery's. I like the form factor too. Like I can hold it. It's easy to hold. Actually, I mean my pant pockets are pretty big, so this fits in my pant pocket. It's a little heavy, but I mean it gets the job done if I need it that way. Usually just throw it in a bag. But yeah, it's a good battery. Like I said, use it when you need that extra power and you're gonna be gone or away from a plug for a while, or you might even be somewhere that has plugs and you just don't want to deal with sitting wherever there's a plug at. Everywhere you go, you see people like trying to huddle around a plug or taking turns at a plug. That doesn't have to be you. With this, you can sit wherever you want, do whatever you want, charge your phone. Don't worry about it. Still 1.43, so it's doing pretty good. And my phone is at 67%. So it'll charge it pretty fast. I was checking this out the other day, and with my screen off and not touching my phone, it was doing about 1% a minute. Roughly a little less. It was like maybe 40 minutes went by and it was about 38%, 37%. So that's pretty good. I mean, with the screen off. So yeah, I recommend this battery. Buy it on Amazon. And check out a lot of their other products too. They got their they got Bluetooth speakers which work great. I actually won one off their Facebook. As I've stated in my other videos, I can't stress that enough. Go like their Facebook page. They're always having giveaways. So, I mean, you might be on the fence. You might win something and be like, this product's awesome, and start buying them all up. Yeah, so great battery, great form factor, easy to hold, easy to, carry. And don't be a wall wart, charge wherever you want. And as always, have a great day, folks.